Hello and welcome to KGS. Today we got a 3K versus 4K, and I am black. So you may notice a change in perspective. That's because we actually have a desk now, and now I have a, well, I have always had a computer chair, but never really used it because it was on a desk way over there. But we have a new desk, a new layout. Interesting. So this is going, symmetrical, and then if I go in here, it's going to be kind of a similar thing. But from my understanding, this sort of opening formation is good for black when white plays this move facing one of black's stones, because then he can take the 5-4 on the other side and then do a similar thing. So doing it as white seems kind of weird to me. I want to develop this side, I think, but I'm going to go territorial. Since this ends in Sente for me, then I can come and take the other corner. Or something else I was going to say too, I don't remember. Oh yeah, so new setup. Mike is kind of in a new spot. The camera's a little bit further back, so is the mic. But we will see how that goes. Okay, so just as a side note, that's the third 5-4 point that he's played. So what do you do if you don't respond to this? You just Hane? Normally, you at least Hane, pull back, and then do this and let me cut, but he didn't do that. Like, if I do this and he does this and then I cut it, it kind of reverts. So what do I do? Do I touch it? I don't, and then chase it? Or do I Hane? Hane? I've never had anybody Tenuki to this. Because normally it's person attaches to your stone. You respond to someone attaching to your stone. Now it's like I did an orthodox, and then on his move he attached here. I mean, that's essentially what it is. I did an orthodox opening. He did 2 5-4s, and then he decided to attach here via Tewarian analysis. So what do I do? Just back off? Here, let's just do that. Now it's, again, it's like on his turn, he attached. Okay. So 2 5-4s versus orthodox, and attach. Got it. Okay, so he's making a high enclosure, but I can go all the way over here, or even maybe a little bit closer, like a 3 space here. Because this now wants to get an extension here and here. Well, okay, primary direction is this direction. If I do this, it's allowing him to get a wall there, so I don't really want to let him do that. This would let me get a wall on either side, but this is more against this, and then some sort of rush invasion looking thing. Take a bigger corner. Or I can take my orthodox opening, and if he takes his, then I can take this extension from him. Because I think mine's better than his. This is a little bit more open up corner. I think I'm going to do that, yeah. I've still got more potential than him, so I don't really feel like I need to invade. You're approaching high. So, with the exception of this one, you've played all 4th line stones now. So let's back off low. Backing off low helps reinforce this stone. Get a nice high-low balance here. What are you going to do with this stone? Then after I do this, you pull back, I can then attack you, right? With a move like this. Or this? How does this work? I can't cut here because this is just ladders. Now he can cut and then get this Atari. This undercuts his base, and then he can, of course, get an extension. But I'm also undercutting him, and then I can jump all the way to here, right, with that. Feels like this, one of these two. Because again, this one wants to extend. This would make his extension really small, and if he goes all the way there, then I can go over here. But I think I'm going to... This is a weird game. This is a really weird game. I can either do this, which is kind of the passive way, and then he goes here. Here, let's do this. Again, this undercuts the base. He's going to get an extension, and then I got 3 options, 3 main areas of the board that I want to go into. Because this framework seems to be developing higher, or a little bit faster than mine. I can take... See, that seems really far. Almost greedy far. It seems like I need to come in here now. Here, let's do this. Now he can Tenuki here, and then it's like a 3-4 high approach. He could just approach over here, and then we could do the 3-3 that should have taken place. Doesn't look like that's what he's going to do. Bounce? Is it bounce? and then come in here somewhere. I have to go back and study my 5-4s because they just don't come up enough. Alright, so you're gonna poke at this. Otherwise you poke through. So you are gonna get that extension, okay. Means I can jump, which is threatening this invasion. If he jumps there, then I'm gonna come over here then. Get this sort of approach. There's still some potential to come in here to invade, like this sort of thing, probably. So that's threatening to take a lot of my corner. And it's also solidifying his stuff here. I can now bulge here and limit that. And do this sort of thing. I think he can probably Hane again. And then if he does, then I just cut here, or then I invade. Is it time to invade? Nah, it's not time to invade yet. Defend the corner, take a large extension. I think I'm going to take a large extension. This is 5 space. It seems a little close to that. Yeah, let's just take an extension, right? Approach his enclosure here. Wow. Which one's better? This one's a 3 space away from that. This is 4 space. This is a little bit better of a connection with these two at least. Like I said, there's now this 3 space invasion for him later, but I'm surprised. He really wants this. Okay, so he's preventing me from sliding into the corner. That's fine. Is it time to invade yet? This is, yeah, this is a fairly big move versus him getting this. I could attach. Hane, cut, Atari, fix. He lives in the corner. That's not good. If he pokes here, I can block this way because you can't poke through and cut. This thing has too many liberties right now. So this is just a prep move for invading. You're poking there. What if I go like this? Now if you poke through, let's do this. This is a fancy move. What if he does this? Then I Atari it, and this is the weakness, of course. Oh, he did see it. Okay. So I don't want to do this because after he connects, then I have to fix anyways. So I'm just better off fixing here. So I'm still better off doing this. And now if he cuts, now I can get around and then throw in. Is he going to cut? He is going to cut. Okay. I can extend this out and then he can run with this. Poke block. Cut. Atari up. I don't want to Atari out because that's this. I want to do this, I think. Which sets up this ladder. Does that ladder work? Not with that stone there. There might be a ladder break or ladder problem. Here, let me look at this again. Alright, so I just, oh god, I lost it again. Come on. I could Atari, oh no, you have too many liberties. Atari up, Atari over, block, capture, block. Okay, the ladder does break with that, unfortunately. So this is actually an empty threat. Anything else I can do? I can poke through directly. I could also just throw in here. Does this ladder work, though? This one does. But I think I'm going to poke through here. Interesting. So that means what? I can do this and attack that somewhere? There's the wedge, Atari, and fix. Or actually Atari and fix. And then if he cuts it here, then I can just jump in. I think I'm going to throw in, though. If the Hane's on top, what do? I descend, and then I connect with either side. I got to be wary of this group's liberties so that he can't connect here and poke through. But I think I can attack this now. You are going to attach on top. Okay. Oh, there's some interesting stuff here. I kind of want to descend, because then, like I said, I can connect either side, right? I can do something like this. Does that work? Poke, Atari, connect, connect. Does this work? Well, poke in here first. Poke here, Hane. Can't Hane back. I can gut out the base. This is already undercutting that. If you go here, I poke through. I think I can do that. I think I can do this. Now I can Hane. And Atari. And Atari. Because this Atari capture, go here. It doesn't work. Because if you extend it, then I go down. I have 3 liberties to your 2, so I win that. And now these do not have a base, and they're on the run. Cool. So that is threatening to... Wait, what is that threatening to do? Now if you turn... Now there's Atari here, so I do need to... let's see, poke. I can do this. I could just turn. Or I could just Atari it. Yeah, let's just Atari it, that's fine. Now you're running, which is great for me, because then I can do all sorts of shenanigans. That's, well, I mean, it's a fairly large wall, so that's okay. So he's on the run. This is kind of threatening this invasion. But I think I want to do something over here. How do I attack this somewhere? It doesn't have a base, so it has to fight for eyes. I don't want to let it connect up to this, so I want it to keep running. Easiest way for me to do that is like this. This is kind of in a weird spot. Actually, you know what? No, I want you to run this way, so that I can get all of that. Pushing you the wrong direction. I want you to run that way. I mean, I could potentially... Why am I poking with my hand? You can't see it. I could potentially try running this way and running this into... I mean, it is my strength, but it's not that strong, if that makes sense. Whereas I can do all sorts of stuff in here. Can I do another one? And then there's some stuff like this. There's a lot of open area up here as well. This is threatening to poke. This is threatening to poke. What else can you do? Can you back off here? Interesting. So that's kind of inducing me to do something like this in response. This means you can get that attachment, and that's really annoying. Because then there's this cut thingy. So I will do this. So my sector line's kind of moving, but I now can do this jump, right? No, I can't quite do the jump. But the wedge is kind of painful. For endgame, I can do the jump and eliminate some of those points. Which side's stronger? This side's stronger on its own. If I Hane this way, he cuts. I extend, he Ataris up and tries to connect with that, but I still get all this. This is good on its own in the corner. I want to make sure that this stays mine. If he Hanes this way, then I just follow. So it looks like he's going to be able to connect this stuff up with that. Yeah. I can now fix here. I can also just descend. Cut. I could fix. Fix, turn, Hane. Let him get it. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. As I said, this upper area over here was really, really wide open. Now I could do this and Hane. And he turns. Can he Hane back? Cut. Atari up. No, because it's going to go straight to ladder. Does this help with that? It does, because then this is the ladder breaker, and then when he does this Atari and it comes around, that's now Atari on that. So this does help with that. So this is threatening to poke, push here and Hane, and it means that I might be able to kill this stuff now. There is, of course, that. Poke through, cut, and then he can Atari that. So I can't poke through and cut now. Oh, oh man, there's something here. Let's do it. I can't see it ahead, but there's some shaky connections here. There's some shaky. Poke through. Atari, fix, connect. I mean, I can collapse this down. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone for now. But there's some fun stuff there. So let's, like I said, this is Sente to kill all of that. And it also helps protect my corner. I think it's, may not be the biggest move right now. But I'm going to. Just to make sure that that's all nice and good. If he connects here, I can do this, which is a Sente move to Atari this. All he has to do is do something in this area, and it's good. But this prevents this sort of move, because then I can throw in here. But now I can get this. So I'm going to save that as a ladder breaker, just in case. Now I'm going to attach here. The move is to Hane, and then I'll pull back. That's the intent. If he throws in, I can cut. Atari up. Okay, so right now it's just endgame at this point. I'm not planning to invade anywhere. just Moyo versus Moyo, trying to expand my territory here. If I can keep the... So I have a choice. I can either back off and let him get it, or... should I just back off? Because I've got access to his stuff now. Or I can fight. Do I want to fight? I'm going to do this. This connection is kind of shaky. Well, actually 2 stone wall with 1 space is not too bad. So he's helping me get into his territory now. So he's trying to make shape now. I can see if Hani makes a table shape, I can fix then. But then he's connected and then he can start destroying this. So if I want to back off, I need to back off now or all of this is going to be lost. A lot of it's going to be lost anyways. Poking here, he can just pull back. It's kind of mutual destruction at this point, actually. And then the question is who is more. However, if I can pull this out and save it, then this thing has to live on its own. And its shape is pretty terrible. So if I jump here, there might be something. Then he can Hane. I can fix the cut. Oh, shit. Misclick. I mean, it turns out to work okay, I guess. I didn't want to commit to that yet. I wasn't quite ready to say I wanted that move, but we might just have to deal with that. Let's see. This poke through Atari. Fit. Is he gonna give those 2 stones up? Okay. How do I deal with this? Do I poke up? Connect? Connect, poke through, and then there's this cut. Ladder, doesn't quite work. If I do this, he can Atari that, that's not good. So if I save the stone, if I do this, what happens? He can connect, I can do this, he can try poking through. I need to break that up though. I think I'm in a good position if I can just seal off most of this. So he's gonna poke through. Do I like that? Atari. Oh, interesting. So I'm running out of time. So Atari up, connect. Then there's this cut problem. If I Atari this way, he can go out. But then I'm sealed in. I let him take those 2 stones, I guess, at that point. Do I have enough to win at that point? Can I do anything else? Can I do this? This also works. Allows him to get this poke later, but it means that he has to come out anyway. So I can get this Atari. So take the Atari, force him out, or do this. And it's Sente for him to do it anyways. Let's do this. We are in Buyomi with my opponent having a lot more time than me. Okay, so now the point is just to seal in as much territory as I can. This to that to this, as I said, I think works now. Because then I can... Oh, man. Okay, now we're just to endgame at this point. And, yeah. So I can capture the stone. And there might be some potential to do some stuff with this. Let's just start taking endgame points. This prevents a few points. And then... Well, this actually gets a few. Here, let's do this. Let's just start taking endgame points. Let's see, do I want to cut here? Cut here, he can get this move. Capture, he can Atari it and fix. So I can capture that 1 stone. Also gotta remember that he does not get Komi. How does this stone change that? This means he doesn't have any Aji and then he has to try to live on his own. This cross cut, I don't think you can live. And I don't want to give up my corner, so... the move for here is usually to cross cut. He's not going to do that though. He might have been mistaking me. If I went here instead, then he could Hani there and live in the corner, but I don't think that was the right move. I remembered the other thing I was going to mention. Contacts! I have contacts, yes. I know I usually wear glasses, but we're planning to go shopping after this, and so I usually wear contacts whenever I'm driving. But I wanted to get a game in right before we left, so... Okay, so he's going to do that. I can now get this in Sente. He can get that, of course. This is saving quite a few points in the corner. This gets a few. Hane. This is a few. And then I'll grab this one in the corner here. Yeah, that's fine. Do I need to protect? Yeah, I think I need to protect. That's okay. I knew that was coming eventually anyways. This also, protecting here, also saves me this Hane problem. If I connect solidly, then I have to potentially connect. It reduces a lot of Aji with that. Okay, you have Sente, probably over here, I guess. As far as other Sente plays, I can now get this Hane, which induces that. If I just do this, there's this Hane. That's okay. Which I'll do... Sure. I still have this as a Sente play. Yep. Now, like I said, I can throw in here to seal it. He goes here, I do this, he cuts, I Atari, and descend. So I'm going to do that just to... rather than Hane and do anything difficult. That's why I played this move. Like I said, I can also get this move too. In fact, I may do that right now. Because I don't foresee me trying to invade in here, although there might be some potential because he did something like that. So maybe I should do what he did and attach to his 4th line stone. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting this move. Time Suji. Maybe that wasn't such a good move for me. This is Sente though, so I get my points back. I think, right? Nah. Okay. Well. So that was a dumb move on my part. I shouldn't have followed. What is that looking to do? That's looking to get this move and potentially get this Atari. This is Sente against that. And then I have to capture, so it's not Sente for me. This is a Sente play. Hane, go here, fix. This cut leads to a small running fight. Cut, Atari, yep, cool. There's so much potential here and I can't see it. So like I said, I can get this, get that. I can now Atari and connect. This I don't particularly like. I think this actually gets me a point or two. This also saves a point. This threatens that, so this is a Sente play. Because if he Atari's on either side, then I can connect to the other, so that's good. This is also a Sente play. No, that's right, this is not Sente, because when he connects, then I have to capture. Oh, wait, no. Boom, boom. Because then he can get an Atari, and because he can't. That's not Atari, I mean. So this is a Sente play. This one. This one. Right, because that's on Atari. I have 2 liberties, and he can't descend because I can follow. He can get this one now. This... Like I said, I feel like there's something here. I just can't see it. This is a Sente play, or reverse Sente play. Because I don't know what else to play right now. This cut doesn't work because it's just Atari, and ladder. That is making it so that if he does Atari this, or if he descends, I can't Atari from this side to be self-Atari. So if I descend with it now, versus this one will kill a point, this one saves a point. But then he can get 2 eyes directly right here. But it's alive anyways, so... Because it's connected out now, I don't think I can cut it off. Yep. Yep. There's, of course, this Hane now, too. There might be some... Oh, he's Haning there. Interesting. Does this cut do anything? No. So let's just do that. He can get a bamboo joint here. I, of course, can also get this poke. Do I want to poke here first? He pokes... Nah, let's just do this. Let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. Hane here. Now I can do this, though. Cut. Yeah. So I can get this for free. So it allows me to do this, and now he has to connect, and then I can go here, cut, and oh, it almost works. So now I can poke through. There might be... I'm gonna have to be careful of this thing, because there's a cut and cut now. Well, this is all connected, so there's no point really here. Just connect, and I'm solid and good. Let's do this one. This one removes a liberty off of this stone. Not that it can really go anywhere, but It's just that much closer to dying outright. Yeah, that's a Sente play. If I want to save those stones. He can't Hana here, because then he can cut, he can poke here. Then I can do this to save it. Save 1 point here. This is worth more than that, though. Is there a problem here? If you cut, Atari, you cut. This might be just a plain psych out, but that will fix the problem if there is one. So I'll take a point for that guarantee. There's still this. This is a Sente play, so you can play that right now if you want. But other than that, I think we're done. Where did he go? Oh, he did the Sente play. Okay. I think we're done. He basically only has points right here. Now, this is a very large territory, but I've also got a very large territory corner-looking thing up here. Plus, then I have 2 small-looking ones on the side. And we're done, right? Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, 15.5. Let's say he got Komi. That would have been... Was that 6.5 Komi? So that's 9 points? Did I do my math right? Yeah. So it... technically a 9-point victory if it was an even game. Oh, cool. We got 3K apparently there. Sweet. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.